I didn't have many shoes and I didn't have money.
No, not did you have many shoes. You had one pair.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying.
But so what are you
but
saying
it looked
now?
good.
You are fine normally. But have you always been a dresser?
Yes.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. Get ready for transformation as we dive into God's Word. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I think one very important thing that people can really learn from our story is how you were very content, little things. So I was even trying to tease myself and the way I went about the engagement, and it was even as if I was doing something sacrilegious. We were like, no, I mean, it was very nice, it was very romantic and all of that.
I married you. Like, I think that for me,
that's the thing. People won't even understand that you always spoke like this before I became me. To
me, you've always been you. So
yeah. But that's so I want you to unpack that, because some people, in fact, some guys are under a lot of pressure. I have to drive this type of car, live in this type of house, before I can even think about marriage. There's just a perception out there, and I know there's a balance, but a lot of people see maybe a power couple today, but you saw this from miles away. When we're not anything close to what we are seeing, now. So because we have to find a way to systematically explain that line of thought and thinking,
okay, let us try
so
now.
that some people today
can get it.
Get and learn
let
from
us
that.
begin to try. This is a very difficult question.
Yeah.
Let me attempt to try. I think that for me, I've always been very particular about seeing people for their values. From the very beginning, seeing people for their values. I think that the true quality of a person is not in the amount in their bank account. It's in the person they are. Because amount in bank account can change, even looks can change. But many times, who that person is at their core is who they're going to be practically for the rest of their lives. They might need some brushing up, they might need some adjustments. But if you find somebody who is a quality person, it might be a short, cute guy in 200 level, but he loves the Lord, he has an overwhelming sense of vision, he's kind to people. I think I'll never forget when I always tell people that one of the reasons why I decided to date you was my mom said, this guy is a people's person. You're already doing ministry, we're doing big things, but she liked how friendly you were. Like, just being respectful and friendly, laughing, smiling.
Oh, your mom always believed in me.
She always, like, do you understand? So I think that is important to, first of all, not know any man according to the flesh, in terms of learning to discern people by grace. I think that there are so many people who are spiritual but have not learned to translate that spirituality into their perception of others. You can't be a spiritual man and be judging someone by their
what do you have to say about
connections.
materialism? And the culture is so strong that people don't even see it. It's just
that they are materialistic.
Because some people even joke about it. Like you see memes about the type of car that he or she must drive, and this and
I think that people don't always learn, except they are forced to, or you repeat time and time again. A man's life does not consist of the abundance of the things he possesses. And if you have to be rich to have a happy marriage, it means that all rich people will have happy marriages and all poor people will have unhappy marriages, and it's not so. When we always joke that we saved for almost 2 years to pay our first house rent of 350,000, but I don't think I would exchange that experience for anything. I think that you've always really been a quality guy, and it's always been obvious to me, and there was just a confidence that you had, but yet a humility when relating with people. And I think it's also largely a grace thing, like just me. If I didn't have that, and
just the fact that till tomorrow I have no iota of doubt that you didn't marry me for anything that I have now. I don't know. I think that's something very special.
Yeah, I think that the things that you have now are an added like benefits, like your next car, you can dress. But I think that
I've always been dressing well. You don't start again.
Okay, sorry.
Laju, you have started again.
Sorry. I won't say anything.
No, don't mix my history and your history.
I'm just thinking of the clothes you used to wear, and it's not coming to me.
Laju,
It's not coming to me. Okay, let me lie. It's your live video. Pastor has always been a
check
dresser,
Facebook.
but nobody believes me now.
People, you don't have to believe her. Don't believe her. Don't believe me. Check Facebook.
You're not talking about parachute.
Go down memory lane.
That white
Check.
suit like this. Or is it black? The one with purple striped shirts and black suits. That was begging you. Keep some hair. You were shaving your hair.
That was a TM
from
Louis.
beginning to the end. I told
That was a
this
TM
guy,
Louis.
I said, Emmanuel, if you keep some hair, it will be better. He said, no,
Laju
you shave
Iren,
everything.
you
Your
don't
girl was
understand.
showing
I
everything.
didn't have a barber who could manage my hair. You know, that's a talk for another day. But I've always dressed good.
I'm not remembering that shoe.
Always.
You know that shoe that was like
Yeah, I didn't have many shoes and I didn't have money.
No, not did he have many shoes. He had one pair.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying.
But so what are you
but it
saying
looked
now?
good.
You are fine normally.
It
But have
looked
you
good.
always been a dresser?
Yes.
Okay.
Check Facebook.
Okay.
Check Facebook.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I've agreed now.
Since
You take from
2008.
when no man pursue it.
Since 2008.
You've been a dresser.
Yes. I didn't have a lot of clothes, but I did my best. Uncle G day here now.
Okay.
Am I? No,
Yeah, no problem. Let's get back to the point.
Anyway.
So anyway, when he didn't have money, I still felt like it was a priceless. I didn't want to say piece of. I felt like it was a priceless guy.
All right. So I listen.
And it's also a great thing to like just. I think maybe that's why I was the one for you because I could see it. Maybe that's
The thing
also
is, even if we didn't have half the influence we do now, you were going to be happy.
yes,
That's what just
definitely.
So I think you need to find a way to. It comes naturally to you, but I think it's something you have to systematically imbibe. Okay, so there is something about your upbringing. Upbringing too. Your parents are just the most amazing people. Very. In fact, your if I may say this respectfully, you will never really know how well your dad was doing financially if you entered. You guys live the modest, low-key lifestyle somehow, you know, and all of that, you know. But
I think my parents were really good at teaching us contentment, and they were really good at teaching us to understand that we were rich in the things that counted. Because by the time all of us had gone to school and done masters, my parents had not lived in their own house, but they had really taken out time to invest in us as people. And so it was just, I think growing up, you also thought that your worth was in a person. So I never had conversations about who is rich, who is not rich. It wasn't really
very
something
strange.
that we had growing up.
I just want to beg you, if this is the only thing you take from this life, please, there's a lot of pressure. Some people won't even give that guy a chance because one other guy who treats you like you don't exist, but he has money, now becomes a strong contender. I think it's a sickness that we must end in this generation. So I want to beg you, if that's the only thing that you can learn, anytime you think about us, just remember this. All right.
Money does not make marriage work.
A man's life, a woman's life does not consist in the abundance of things he or she possesses.
I believe you have been blessed by this message. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. God bless you.